Hello YouTube, and welcome to my short video about a pretty amazing story of something that happened. Back in the 1970s, there used to be Super 8 sound films like these. They were little condensed features. They'd run about 20 minutes. This one's Superman the movie. And they were Super 8 sound basically in the days before videotape, or right at the advent of videotape starting. This was kind of like a way to get a little home entertainment, and little portions of films. I was quite into them back in the late 70s, and the very first film that I bought was the Jolson story, and because it was my dad and mine, both of our favorite films. And this movie was made in 1946 with Larry Parks. And I remember, I used to joke around with my dad. We probably saw it over 100 times. He'd come downstairs and say, like, "Paul, throw on the Jolson story." I thought, "Okay, Pop, let's watch it." It was very, very enjoyable. It was, fun. It was something we shared in common. Well, anyway, back in the late 80s, I sold that copy of the film with a bunch of other films. A couple of years later, my dad had passed away. Back a couple of years ago, this is probably like 15 years later, I remember thinking, like, oh boy, I wish I never would have sold that film. I wish that I could get a copy of that film back. So I checked on eBay, and fortunately they had a copy of the film. I'm like, oh, this is great. So I ordered it and got it here and loaded it up in the projector, turned on the projector, and almost had a heart attack. Let me tell you what happened. Back in 1978, with the original film that I had replaced the soundtrack with music from Al Jolson album that was similar to the movie that was used in the movie itself. Well, when I turned the projector on, this soundtrack, this homemade soundtrack that I had put on there, started playing, which meant that I not only had a copy of the original film that my dad and I used to watch, I had the exact same copy of the film that my dad and I used to watch years and years ago. So I got the exact same film back. So I couldn't help thinking to myself that, somehow my dad had a little something to do with that, if anybody out there, if they believe that kind of a thing. So I was thrilled to get the same movie back. And here's a picture of my dad. Favorite picture of my dad that I have. Obviously he got the looks in the family. I don't know what happened when I came along. But here is the copy of the film, and have it framed with the story behind it. So I hope I fit this into the 5-minute limit on YouTube, and I want to thank YouTube so much for the opportunity to share this story with you. So thanks again, and please email me your own stories. I'm sure something amazing has happened to everybody at one time or another. Well, thank you so much, and hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.